Hi, I'm Leslie. Welcome to Yoga Sculpt. We'll be doing a yoga practice today with resistance band and with the loop. So the resistance band that I'm working with today is a little taller than I am, but we don't necessarily need a long resistance band today. So just something that is big enough to hold between your hands. We'll be doing most of the practice with the band, just holding it between the hands like so. The resistance loop will be around the legs, so we'll be working upper body with the band and lower body with the loop. And I'm working with a fabric loop. I love these. I have links to these on my About screen on my channel, so take a look at that. The latex loops, the more traditional loops, will be just fine as well, but they do tend to kind of curl up sometimes, so the fabric loops, I think, are a little superior to that. My personal opinion, I'm not endorsing them. So let's get started standing. We won't use the loop for now. We'll just start off with the band, holding the band between your hands. Just kind of choke up so your hands are a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. And then we'll just begin by inhaling, pull out on the band and reach up overhead, and exhale, bend the elbows, pull them back behind you. It's a little back bend from the upper back. Inhale, reach the band back up, straighten up, and exhale, bend the knees, scoop the band close to your body and reach it forward. So here we are in a chair pose. Pull the band in close to you again, and then exhale, come into a forward fold. Your knees can be bent here, or you can use blocks under your hands. And then push into your feet and rise back up. The band is close to your body, reaching up and overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows and pull the band back behind you. One more time. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, bend the knees, scoop the band close to your body and reach forward. Your butt goes back, the weight is in your heels. Pull the band in towards you and then come forward into your forward fold. And then bend the knees and rise yourself back up, reaching up at the top, and then let's just lower the band down in front of the hips. Now you'll come into a horse pose, turning your toes out and your knees turn out. So your knees and your toes are about in the same angle. Taking the band in front of you here, and just begin to twist side to side. So twist, inhale, exhale, twist, inhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. So the twist is going somewhat slow, so you can sync this up with your breath. Twist, exhale, twist. One more time to each side, and twist. And now make circle 8 movements and get a little more bouncy through the knees here. So exhaling as the arms come down, inhale as they reach up. Exhale down, inhale up. And let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time around, just twisting here. Exhale as you twist, inhale as you come center. You're keeping the legs static this time, still bent. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then circle 8. So you're pulling out on the band, exhaling as the arms come down, inhale as they reach up. A little bit bouncy in the knees here, weight is in your heels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. Back through center and walk your feet together and come stand at the top of your mat. So standing at the top of the mat, feet are hips distance apart, still have that grip on the band about shoulder distance apart. Inhale, let's reach up through the arms. We're going to move through a modified moon salutation series. Exhale, bring the band close to your body and hands to the floor. Just holding lightly onto the band here. Bend your knees, inhale, reach the spine halfway forward and step the right foot back to a lunge and lower that knee down. Come on upright. Okay, so here's our sequence. You're going to exhale, bring the band back behind you to the right, and then swing it around over to the left. Pull your right arm back behind you so you're in a side bend, and then pull your arm back to the right, looking to the right, and then swing around so you're twisting to the left. Pull your right arm up and back behind you so you're in your side bend, and then you bring your right arm back and look back to the right. One more time. Swing the band around to the left. Pull it up and around. Right arm ends up behind you, looking to the right, and come back forward. Pause here. Place your hands on the floor. You can let go of the grip of the band, but just keep the band under your hands. Come into downward facing dog. So walk your feet out so they're about hips distance apart. Inner edges of your feet are parallel. Spread your fingers, root down into the hands. All right, now take your feet wider, about to the edge of your mat. Grab a hold of the band in your right hand, and then you're going to bring your right hand over towards your left shin, bringing the band along with you. So now you're getting quite a bit of resistance, and it's working the back muscles on the right side, the lats. Trying to press the right hand towards the left shin, and then unwind that. Bring the right hand back, grab the band in your left hand, and then pull the left hand over towards the outer right shin or ankle. You're moving both of your sit bones back equally. Getting a lot of stretch on that band. And then bring your left hand back here. Lower your knees down to the floor. Come on up to a high kneeling position, holding the band in front of you. Inhale, your arms reach up. Come into a modified camel pose. So push into the tops of your feet. Firm your thighs. Lift up through your heart and then pull out on the band. So pull it out wide behind your head. Should feel like a huge opening across the front of the chest and shoulders, and then reach up high. Inhale, and exhale, just lower the band in front of you. Take your right leg directly out to the right. I'm going to angle myself just a little bit so you can see a little better what's going on. Reach the arms up. Actually, double up the band if you haven't already done that. So if you have a light or medium resistance band, double it up. If it's already a heavy band, you probably don't need to double it up here. This is just going to make the band about twice as hard to work with. We're just going to really warm up the shoulders. So holding the band about shoulder distance apart, let's inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, lean your upper body away from your straight leg, so towards the left. And then as you exhale, circle your body down, come over your right leg, and inhale, come up. So lean away from the straight leg. Exhale, let the upper body circle down, over to the right, and inhale, come up. And then let's just keep going like that. Exhaling down. Pull over to the right, inhale, come up. And as you come down, your hips slightly move back. And as you inhale and come up, your hips move back under you. Let's do this 2 more times. Pulling the hands out on the band. And last one. Inhale, come up. All right. Lower the band down all the way to the floor. And let's just bring the right knee back under you. And just move through your cat-cow, arching here and rounding, pulling the navel back towards the spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round, curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog. You just have the band under your hands, but you're not really gripping it. Pushing the floor away from you and reaching your hips back. And then look forward and walk your feet to the top of the mat. Fold in your forward fold Uttanasana. Push into the feet, bend the knees. Pull the band up the front of your body. Reach up high, inhale. And exhale, bring the band back in front of you. So if you had doubled up the band, optional, you can make it a single width now if you want to. So you have a little bit more stretch to it, or you can keep it doubled up so it's a little tougher to work with. So let's inhale, reach up high through the band. Bend the elbows, pull the band back behind you. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, slide the band close to your body, come to a forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, lengthen halfway forward. Step the left foot back to a lunge. Inhale, reach up through the arms. All right, exhale, pull your left arm back behind you, look to the left, lower your right arm, and then swing the band over to the right, twisting to the right. Pull the left arm up and around behind you, bring the left arm back, look back, lower the right arm halfway, and then swing over so you're twisting right. So we're coming in and out of a twist and a side bend. So as you pull the left arm back, you're side bending, and then as you lower the right arm, swing around to the right and twist. Pull up and back, come over to the left last time, and swing around to the right. Okay, lower the band down in front of you. Make it a single width here. When we come into our downward dog, that would be really tough if it was doubled up. So come into downward facing dog. Hands are a little bit wider than shoulder distance. They're really, if you look at your hands, they should be about outer shoulder distance apart. Feet are about hips distance apart. And then let's lower the knees down to the floor. Actually, let's do our downward dog twist. Come back into downward dog. Take your feet about hips distance apart, and then holding, you're going to bring your left thumb under the band. Holding on with your right hand to the band, bring the right hand over to the left shin. So you're twisting the arm under the body and pulling on the band, and then bring your right hand back. Left hand grabs the band and push the hand towards your right shin. Keep resisting your thigh creases back. Bring your left hand back. Downward dog. Lower the knees down to the floor and come on up to high kneeling. Okay, so left side, double up the band and bring your left leg out to the side. So again, I'm just going to very slightly angle myself here, make it a little easier to see what I'm doing. Let's bring the arms up overhead and then lean away from your straight leg. And then as you exhale, let the upper body come down. Your hips move back. Inhale over your straight leg, pull up. Exhale, lean away. So you're leaning to the right, and then your hips move back and let the upper body circle down. Come over to the left, pulling your right arm up behind you, and then just keep going like this, just letting the upper body move in these fluid circles. You're pulling out on the band with your hands, and your right glutes are doing some work here by shifting back and then pushing back forward under you. Let's go a couple more times around. And last one. Okay, nice, good. All right, bring the knee back under you, left knee back under you, hands to the floor, and let's go ahead and single the band out again and come back into your downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your feet to the top of the mat, lengthen when you get there, exhale and fold. And then push down into the feet, grab your band, rise up, slide the band up close to your body, reach it up overhead, inhale. Exhale, pull the band back behind you, get the elbows out wide, inhale, reach up, and then lower the band in front of you. Okay, so now you're going to grab your loop. So I have fully converted to the fabric loops here. They don't slide around on your body, they don't curl up, and they're tough. This one is considered the lightweight loop, and I'm just now starting to break it in a little bit. So if you are still with the latex loops, those will work perfectly fine, or you can tie up a second resistance band into the shape of a loop. If you even double it up around your legs, that will make it tougher. So we're going to work legs with the loop here. So same thing with the hands, just holding the resistance band about shoulder distance apart. We're going to work on some balance here. So let's reach up through the arms. You're going to pick your right knee up and then take the leg behind you, step it back in a curtsy lunge so it's back at a diagonal. And then you're going to come into your side bend to the left here. And then come back up, press into the left foot, bring the knee forward and slightly cross it over to the left, and then you twist your upper body to the right. So you step the right foot back at a curtsy and you side lunge to the left, and then you bring your right knee forward and around and you twist to the right. So think of your leg, your side bending when the leg's in curtsy, and you're twisting when your knee is forward. And let's do one more like this. Side bend. And then swing the knee around and twist. All right. Now step the right foot back behind you. Reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, pretend you're doing a little sit up here. Bring the knee up towards you and your spine down, and then step back again. Pull back on the band. Bring the knee up, lean towards the knee, and lower the band down like you're doing a sit up. And then one more time, inhale, pull up. Exhale, bring the knee forward and lower down. A little more abdominal work there. Okay, so now I'm going to slightly angle myself. Bring your right leg out to the side and bend your right elbow towards the hip. Place both feet down, chair pose. Same right leg out to the side, elbow towards hip. Place the foot down, bend your knees, chair pose. And just do this 2 more times. Bend the elbow in, foot down, arms stay up. And last one. Arms up, foot down. Lower the arms down. Just roll through the shoulders. Widen your hands a little bit on the band. Pull the band up. Pull it all the way back behind you. Lift your chest. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, band in front. All right, left side. Here we go. Hands about shoulder distance apart again. Let's take the band up, lift your left knee up, swing the knee around behind, or the foot around behind you at a diagonal, and side bend to the right. And then come back up, picking the knee up. So the knee comes forward, the arms are parallel to the floor, and then cross the knee over to the right as the arms go left. So swing the leg around, curtsy lunge, side bend to the right. Left knee comes forward and crosses over as you twist upper body left. And let's do a couple more like this. Side bend, inhale, swing over and twist, exhale. And again, last time, side bend, inhale, swing the knee around and exhale, twist. Okay, step the left foot back. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, lift the knee, curl forward towards it, lowering the band, and then inhale, lift back up as you step back. Do this 2 more times after this. So inhale, step back, pull back on the band. Exhale like you're doing a sit up here. And last time, you should feel some engagement to the core as you bring the knee up and you lower towards the knee. All right, place both feet down. I'm going to angle myself a little bit. So this time your arms come up, your left leg comes out to the side, pull the elbow towards the hip, both feet down, arms reach up, bending the knees. And then left leg comes up, elbow towards the hip, both feet down, reach up. And 2 more. Leg out, elbow pulls in, big side bend, both feet down, arms reach. And last time. Exhale here, inhale, reach up. All right. Lower the band in front of you and just release the band for a moment and shake out through your hands, maybe stretch out through your hands here. We'll have another standing sequence here. This is going to be more yoga-like, more yoga, traditional yoga poses with the band. Okay, and then just shake them out, releasing tension in the hands and in the wrists, and then you're going to grab your band. Okay. This time the band is going to come behind your back. So hold the band right in the middle so you got equal amount of length on both sides and bring it right behind your back here. And it's going to come to about the mid-back area right under your armpits, and then you're going to choke up on the band on both sides. So this will be chest work, so just give it a little test drive here. You're pushing your arms forward, arms parallel to the floor, and you decide if you want more resistance or less by just choking up on the band. And then once you've got that, face the front of your mat. We're going to keep the loop around the thighs. Face the front of your mat. Bend your knees, push your arms forward. Inhale, pull your elbows in. Exhale, push your arms forward. Stay in your chair. Inhale, pull your arms back. Exhale, arms straight and forward. Inhale, pull the elbows in and straighten your legs. Do that one more time. We're going to add on to that. Bend the knees, push the arms forward. Inhale, pull the arms back, staying in your chair pose. Exhale, push the arms straight forward. Inhale, bend the knees, straighten the legs. Okay, adding on to that. Exhale, step your right foot back, push the arms forward. Inhale, pull the arms out wide. Exhale, arms reach forward. Step in, elbows come in. Left leg comes back, push the arms forward. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, step in, elbows in. We're going to add on. Right foot back, reach the arms forward. Pull your left arm back and twist to the left. Come back forward, inhale. Step in, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back, arms forward. Pull the right arm back and twist. Come back forward, inhale. Exhale, come in. Inhale here, we're going to add on again. Step the right foot back, reach your arms forward. Open the left arm back. And then you're going to turn around to horse pose, facing the right side of your mat. So again, your toes turn out, your knees turn out. Bring your left hand towards your right hand, twist to the back of your mat. Come back through center. Keep your knees widening. Take your right hand to the left hand, twist. Inhale and open the arms. Keep your arms long and straight. Left hand towards right hand. Inhale and open. Exhale, right hand to left hand. And open back up. Okay? So just widen the legs as far as they'll go with the loop still around your legs, and then lower down into a triangle pose. So it's not going to be your biggest triangle pose ever because we have the loop around the legs here. It's slightly constricting our movement, but just taking just a pause here in a triangle pose and reaching out long through the band. Your bottom hand is just on your shin. And then pull yourself up, inhale, lunge to face the front, and step forward, bend the elbows. Okay, take time to adjust the loop if you need to, if it's risen up or curled up on your legs. And then let's step the left foot back, push the arms forward. Pull your right arm back and twist here. And then as your right arm comes forward, you're going to turn both of your feet to face the left side of your mat. Back in our horse pose, arms come out wide. Bring your right hand towards your left hand and twist. Inhale and open. Exhale, left hand to right hand. Your knees stay wide. Inhale and open. Exhale as you twist. Kind of leaning over as you twist and looking down. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, open. Straighten your legs. You're going to turn your right toes forward and lower down into just a modified triangle pose. It's going to be a much higher triangle pose than you're probably used to if you've been practicing yoga for a while. Reach out long through the band. Take another couple of breaths here. You're firming your thighs against that loop, that resistance loop. And then come back up. Turn to lunge facing forward, arms forward, and then bend your elbows and step in. Just release the band. Let's release the band down to the floor. Just have it right in front of you so it's ready to go. And then just you bring your hands down to the floor and just step back to a downward facing dog. And just pause here. Check that your feet are symmetrical, your hands are symmetrical, you're pushing your hands into the floor, and you're widening out just a little bit into the shins. You're not trying to be bow-legged, especially if you have a stronger resistance loop around your legs, then it's just a little bit of affirming your legs against the loop, but not making your legs bow-legged. And now let's lower the knees down to the floor. So we're going to come upright to a high kneeling position and have the middle of the band right on the floor just in front of you, and you're going to bring your knees onto the band and have your kneecaps just slightly forward of the band, because when we come into all fours we don't want the band to slip out from under us here. And then you're going to bring your hands down to the floor, choke up on the band here. You're holding the band in your hands, and then let's reach the right arm forward and lower the right arm down. Reach the left arm forward. Lower it down. Notice how your core starts to fire up As you reach the arm forward and you're stretching that band forward, lower the right hand, and then the left arm reaches, and lower the left hand. Come on up to high kneeling. Cross the band in front of your thighs. Choke up here and hold the band with your palms facing each other and your elbows bent. Now push your knuckles straight up as your hips lower down, and then come up, inhale, and pull the band out to the side. Your hips press forward, your thighs push into the band. Exhale, elbows come in, and then push your knuckles up as your hips come down. And then hips come up, pull the band out. So we're coming in and out of a camel pose here. Exhale, push straight up with the band, and inhale, open. Open the arms wide, hips forward. All right, uncross the band and place the band back down under your hands. This time we're going to cross the arm over to the side. So push forward through the right arm and then reach over to the left. And then bring the right hand back down. And then the left hand pushes forward and then it leans over to the right. Your whole body is leaning. And then you bring the left hand down. So let's do that a few more times. Reach forward, reach to the left, lean over, and then place the right hand down. Left arm forward, lean right, and place it down. One more time each side. Right arm forward, lean to the left. Place the hand down, and then left arm and lean, and place it down. Okay, so similar thing, coming into our camel pose and our sitting back on our heels. We're going to cross the band in front of us. This time, bring the knees closer together, cross the band, and have your feet together as well. Choke up. So this time, as your elbows come in, your fists lift up, take your hips over to the right and down. And then inhale, come up and open the arms out wide. And then exhale, elbows in, lift your fists up and your hips to the left and down. And inhale, open out. And again to the right. Lowering the hips, lifting your forearms are parallel, your fists come up, and then you open. And lower the hips to the left as the fists come up and open. Right. Good. Let's take this down. We'll adjust the loop around and bring it around the feet. And you're going to find your way back onto all fours, and we're going to play around with our bird dog pose a little bit more here. So, band is under your hands, and you can flex your feet here so the loop around your feet doesn't fall off. Okay, right arm reaches forward, left foot presses back, and bring it all back in. And do the other side, left arm, right leg. I've got a really tough resistance band that I'm still kind of breaking in. So my leg is not going very far back, but do work with what you can, do the best you can here, reaching opposite arm and leg away from each other. Let's go one more time each side. Right arm, left leg, bring it back in, and then left arm, right leg, push out through the loop and then come back in. Come all the way down to your belly. Keep the loop right where it is around your feet and still holding on to the band in your hands. Reach your arms forward. Okay, so lift your right arm and your left leg straight up and lower down. So we're not bending the knee, we're just lifting the left arm, right leg, keeping the elbows and the knees straight. Right arm and left leg. Come down, inhale. Exhale, left arm, right leg, and lower down. All right. Just work with the legs here, so you can cross the arms under you and let your head rest on your arms here. So you're going to pin your left foot down and just bend your right knee, and then see if you can lift it up, lift the knee, and then straighten the leg and lower the foot down. Pin the right foot down, bend the left knee, and see if you can lift the left knee up. Lower the knee, lower the foot. And then the right leg. Bend the knee, try to push up. Lots of hamstring work here. Lower the knee, lower the foot. And then bend the left knee and push up. Might just be an inch or so. And then lower the knee, lower the foot. Okay, hold on to the band one more time. So bend your right knee and bend your left elbow. You're pinning your right hand and your left foot down, and then reach the limbs long, lowering them down. So bend your left knee and pull the right elbow back, lifting up the chest, and reach forward. Release everything down. Left elbow pulls back, right knee bends, and straighten it out. And then right elbow pulls back and your left knee bends. You're lifting the foot up into the loop and straighten it out. Okay, cool. Come up onto your hands and knees. And you can remove the loop just so that we can reposition the body. We're going to come onto our back. We're going to try out some bridge poses. So replace the loop around your thighs. We're not going to use the band for this one, just the loop. And then lie down. So you have your feet under your knees. Your arms are by your side. And let's start actually with the feet in a slightly different position. So take your feet wider towards the edges of your mat and bring your knees in. We're not going to be using the loop too much for this one. So we're just going to lift the hips and lower. Lift the hips and lower. So with the knees turned inwards, kind of like in a, what do we call this? Pigeon-toed kind of shape. So your feet are wide, your knees are together. You're going to feel this, especially as we do several more reps of this. You're going to feel this more in a very specific area of the outer glutes, kind of the lower outer glutes on each side, the way that the legs are angled here. So let's do several more reps here until you start to feel that kick in a little bit. Just lifting and lowering through the hips. I'm not really using the loop here, it's just there for the next series that we'll work on. Don't know if you can feel this yet. It's the outer lower hips, the outer lower glute area. It's like a little 2-inch wide diameter spot muscle that we're kind of focusing on right now. Okay, so let's bring the feet back in a bit more. A little more about hips distance apart. And keep your hips up, press your arms down, arms are straight, and then widen your knees out into the loop, and then knees come back in. Widen them out, and your hips never come down. They might dip down a bit as your knees come wide, but they never quite come down. So just working a little bit more strongly through the whole outer hip, through the glutes here. Let's do 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Pause here in your bridge pose, rooting equally down into your feet, inner and outer edges of your feet. And then lower yourself down. Okay, you can remove the loop from your legs at this point. And grab your band. We're going to stretch this out. I have the band doubled up to make it a little stronger, a little less resistant, and then place the band around the ball of the right foot, extend your left leg forward, and then just hold on to the band and just let your arms be like sandbags here, just creating some weight for your leg to lengthen out. And hold both ends of the band in your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side and let your right leg come out to the right. And you're trying to press your left thigh down to the ground. Inhale, your right leg comes back up. Take the band in your left hand, bring your right arm out to the side, and let's bring the right leg over into a twist. Now your band is also like a sling, like a hammock here. So we don't need to have the foot come all the way to the floor if that's too deep of a twist. For most people that probably would be too deep. So just you can let the leg hover, let the foot hover here, let the band be like a sling, holding your foot in place off of the floor. And then let's bring the leg back up. Okay, left side. You're gonna bring the band around the ball of the left foot, hold the band in both hands, and just letting the kneecap point over the left shoulder. The leg does not need to be stick straight, just whatever helps you feel a lengthening through the hamstrings of the left leg. Just be careful you're not overdoing the stretch. It should not be painful. And then hold the band in your left hand, right arm out to the side. Let's bring the left leg over to the left. And can you keep some weight in the right thigh, pressing down? Pretend you have a 50-pound dog sitting on your right leg, pinning it down. And let's bring the left leg back up. Band to the right hand, left arm out to the side, and then your left leg comes over to the right, coming into a twist. Your right elbow's on the floor, and as you hold the band here, now you've got this little hammock for your foot. So the foot does not need to come all the way down to the floor. And let's bring the left leg back up. Remove the band, and just for the outer hips here, just cross the right thigh over the left and hold on to your outer shins. If you're more open here, you can hold on to the ankles or the outer feet. You'll release this side and switch legs. Left leg comes over, shins are wide. Slide your hands down your outer shins, maybe holding the outer ankles or the feet. So you keep this as soft as you need to. The softer version would be hands higher up the shins. And let's release that. Come onto your elbows, rock yourself up just part way, and we're going to start to cross the back. So cross your forearms, hold on to your inner shins just below the knee, and then push your feet down and let your spine just round backwards. You're broadening across your shoulder blades. Inhale, come up and cross your forearms the other way. Just get a good grip right below the knees and let the spine just round back. Come on up, inhale, and then last pose here for the chest and the front of the shoulders. Place the hands on the floor behind you. Slightly angle your fingers out. And then keep the elbows bent at first, and then lift your heart up, roll towards the front edge of your sit bones. Start to straighten your arms a little bit. They don't need to be totally straight. And lift your heart up. Push down through the inner edge of your hands, so the base of the thumbs, base of the index fingers. And then exhale, let the spine just soften down, bending the elbows. And we'll do that one more time. Push into the hands, inhale, roll to the front of your sit bones and lift your heart up. Keep pushing down to the inner edge of your hands. That's going to open across the front of the shoulders here. And then let's come on upright. And just find a cross-legged position, just pausing and ending this in our traditional yoga cross-legged position, palms together at the heart, eyes are closed. And then just take a moment to check in with how you feel. Smooth, even breaths here. And bow the head to your heart. Lift your gaze. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.